What is going on, Aquarius? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct. This is going to be your reading for the month of May. No, what am I talking about? It's June. May was last month. May is this month, but June is next month, and you'll probably be watching this in June. So this is your reading for June, Aquarius. Sorry about that. It's also going to be a general reading, so it may not resonate with everyone, but if it does resonate with you, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things that help the channel out. Let me know that it helped you out in some type of way. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can check out your rising or moon sign, or check out the previous reading for Aquarius. I believe that was also a good one. Yeah. So we'll be starting out with your present energy like we always do with Aquarius, and then after that we're hopping over to your futuristic energies over here, talking about the end of June. See how you're going to close it out. All right, let's start out at the beginning, Aquarius. Crowning your reading, we have the Justice card, and it's clarified by the Five of Pentacles. So I do feel like you guys could be bringing a certain level of balance into your life in the month of June. A certain level of balance when it comes down to a lack mindset. The Five of Pentacles a lot of times talks about a lack of something, right? And with you, I feel like it has to do more so with the lack of mindset. You're kind of working inside of this law of attraction, and you're starting to find out that attraction has a lot to do with action, right? Whatever we want to attract, we first have to become. And so let's say if you have been experiencing some lack out in your external world, it usually denotes or represents that you're kind of lacking something that's inside, right? Inside of your internal world. Let's say you were lacking, your own self-value or self-worth, a level of self-worth or value. And so that is kind of mirrored and displayed in your external world is a lack of something, lack of finances, right? And a lot of times this is how this works. So I feel like you're kind of starting to realize that in a certain sense, and starting to want to mirror what's going on, internally. You're starting to see that the things that happen internally are mirrored externally, right? As above, so below, as within, so without, and there's no getting away from that or getting around that. This is that universal energy. So you're taking kind of like inventory or stock of how you feel internally. What's happening with your internal energy? How is your internal world feeling? Like when you wake up in the morning, when you go to sleep at night, what is it that you feel? What is the record that's being played? Is it positive? Is it negative? Do you have the feeling of you missing something or not having something, right? Do you feel that you lack love or lack self-worth or whatever it is? I feel like you're bringing some type of balance into it. The universe is also working with you to bring justice in these areas. Now this definitely could be talking about your finances. You receiving some karmic retribution for everything that you've kind of been through already. And you kind of coming out of the code, out of that place of lack. But it also is going to be in close work with your mindset. I feel like your mindset is has to match where you want to be financially. Your frequency has to match where you want to be financially before you can actually have those amount of finances that you envision or you want to manifest. So we're talking about manifestation. We're talking about balance. Right below that, we have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords here is clarified by the Eight of Cups. So with that Ten of Swords energy, this could be talking about a wrap-up of a cycle that was quite painful for you, where you kind of have been going through a lot. You have a lot has been placed on your shoulders, maybe some betrayal, maybe some breakups, maybe, just some type of painful energy where you felt like you were stabbed in the back. You felt like you were defeated in a lot of certain ways. And this could just be an energy frequency that you've been into, even if you haven't, went through this personally in life recently. You could have just been stuck in this type of energy, which is the residue from those things that could have happened in your past, right? But the great thing is you have the Eight of Cups here, so you're wanting to walk away and leave and stop investing emotionally into some of the pains and hurts of the past, because a lot of times we can replay some of the things that we've experienced in the past and bring them into our present energy field, right? But you're wanting to start pulling away from these experiences energetically and just leave them in the past, right? Instead of replaying them, instead of going back over them over and over again and feeling the hurt over and judging yourself again or judging the person that caused you the hurt, you're kind of like slowly separating from that energy and separating, your emotions from those thoughts. Because these Ten of Swords cards represents thoughts that we have a lot of times. Let's say we replay traumas in our life or replay certain things that happened in our past. And then after that, we usually attach emotions to them. And we give those thoughts power when we attach our emotions to it. Those are two mechanisms that we have: our thoughts, thinking, and then our emotions. But you're wanting to kind of stop attaching your emotions to these thoughts. Like, every now and then we think of our past, the thoughts come up, they race across our mind, but that's all they have to be, just thoughts that are passing through our mind. I think somebody did a study and they said something like we have, and you can kind of Google this to see if I'm right or not, but it was like we have 57,000 thoughts a day, which is crazy. So thoughts just come and go. We don't have to actually give them power, but the place that we give them power is when we attach our emotions to those thoughts. And then we start to dwell on those thoughts, and then we start to have an emotional reaction, and then we kind of experience those thoughts on a deeper level, and then our energy signature changes, So you're pulling away slowly from the way you've been thinking and the way you've been giving, in emotionally to those type of negative thoughts, right? Walking into a more level of positivity, because once again, we're talking about attraction, and the way that you feel, the way that you think, that attracts your reality. It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's a vicious cycle. We kind of like feel pain. We think about the pain that we've felt, and then it attracts more pain into our life because we're already thinking about pain. And it's just that cycle that continues to go. So I like that you're separating from those painful thoughts and separating your emotions from them, because that can actually be done. And this, takes you to heal those certain experiences that have happened in your life. So you're working on healing so that you no longer have to connect emotionally to your past. Once you do the work, you can think about your past without having an emotional reaction, right? And then you no longer continue to attract similar scenarios into your life, all right? Then we go into the Temperance card is here, Major Arcana once again. You already had Justice, which was another Major Arcana. Universal energies working behind the scenes is when I say Major Arcana, that's what I mean. So a level of balance, once again, is being highlighted in your life. You balancing your ability to stay grounded, your ability to feel your emotions in a healthy way, and to also keep your, emotional state balanced and grounded. Keep your thoughts in a positive state of being, right? So this is talking about your state and how you're working on balancing both sides of who it is that you are, your emotional side, your logical side, right? Your thinking side. And the universe is working with you to do this, right? So this is healing coming in. The Temperance card a lot of times talks about healing of your disposition, right? Healing of your personality traits, your emotional intelligence being healed and being balanced, so that you don't, continue to walk around in a imbalance or in a state to where you kind of like continually have to recover from that. Right? So there's definitely balance coming in with this Justice card, with this Temperance card. Everything here talks about balance. And then we had the Ace of Cups clarifying this. So you definitely have a new beginning coming in for your emotional world. This talks about healing. So you are definitely working with the universe to heal your emotional world. The way you feel, right? Being able to actually feel your emotions without pain accompanying it, right? Because a lot of times we run away from our emotions, and I know that sometimes air signs can do this, definitely because you guys are more, have the more mental quality, the air quality, where you kind of feel foreign in your emotions, right? To feel emotions deep, you rather kind of like stay up on the air level and not go down into the water like water signs can, right? And the same thing, water signs don't like going that much into the mental stratosphere, right? Because we feel more comfortable. And I'm a Pisces, by the way, but we feel more comfortable down in our emotional state because we're water signs, right? You guys feel more comfortable in your mental state because you're air signs. But with this Ace of Cups coming in, it feels like there's a new healing that's coming in for you guys, like a new cycle of being able to feel deeply, but not feeling pain along with that, right? Because I feel like for some of you guys, you could have been running away a little bit from those deep emotional feelings because you know that you've experienced pain in the past with those deep emotional feelings, right? But now you're able to feel through that, heal through those different deep emotions so that your filter kind of gets cleaned out to where you can feel again, start to feel deeply, experience new experiences, right, with your emotions and not have to carry around the past baggage. Because this Eight of Cups talks about leaving some of the baggage that the Ten of Swords kind of made you feel and you've been carrying around for a while, right? You're cutting that off and now you're coming into a new cycle of emotions, right? Where you don't have the same baggage. It's kind of like the slate is being cleaned, a blank canvas for you to have some new emotional experiences and not have to worry about, oh, well, will I be hurt again? Like, let's say romantic relationships. Will I be hurt like I was in the past? Or you're bringing past experiences into new relationships. You're kind of doing away with that. You're moving away from that, and this is bringing you into a certain new level, place of balance. And then you can start attracting new love or attracting new emotional experiences without worrying about what happened to you in the past. All right. Then we have the Ten of Wands talking about another wrap-up of a cycle. Now, this has to do with burdens, right? This has to do with a karmic cycle, a place that you've been kind of like, working in, having to do, certain level of obligation and responsibilities that you've been having on your plate, and you have been having to carry these tasks out over and over again. But with the Four of Swords here, there's a certain level of rest that you're getting from these burdens, right? You're able to drop these burdens, all these responsibilities, all these obligations, and come into a place of rest. Come away from a place of, work and pain and struggle and toughness and all of that into a more softer palette, right? A more softer place of being able to rest, to rejuvenate, to think, to clear your mind. You're getting a break. So some of you Aquariuses could be getting a break in some type of way, being taken from out of a tough, hard, rough environment and being placed into a more soft, relaxed, refining, rejuvenating, restoration, right? That type of environment. And that's pretty good. I think you guys definitely deserve it because you've been doing a lot of emotional, mental work, working on your balance, working on manifesting new things into your life, working on dropping off some of those burdens, right? Clearing your plate off from things that no longer serve you. And now you just get the time to rest in the month of June. In some type of way, you're going to, get that space for you to rest, even if it's just in your mind, right? But I definitely feel like it's going to be physical for sure. Like some guys are taking a vacation in June. You could be going to visit some family. You could be, taking a trip, or just getting a couple of days off just to chill at your house and kick your feet up, watch some Netflix, drink some wine. You know what I'm saying? Go out, shop, do all these therapeutic things that's needing to happen before you kind of go into this new cycle, because you're wrapping up a few cycles here. two to be exact. You know, one cycle of mental kind of pain and experiences that just didn't go too well for you, and then another cycle of work and responsibility and struggle that you're wrapping up and coming into a place of rest, coming into a place of, you know, departure from those older cycles. All right, then over here we have the Two of Cups clarified by the Hierophant. So this once again is going into the law of attraction, manifestation. You guys are starting to realize that if you want to attract that soulmate type of relationship, that soulmate type of love, that, you know, person that is going to match your energy and love you the way that you would like to love somebody else, that reciprocal type of love, then you first have to kind of like work on your self-love. And you're no longer wanting to kind of like use a relationship to get your love. You're no longer wanting to use a connection with somebody that you feel you have a connection with to get your self-love that you're supposed to be supplying to yourself. So the Hierophant energy is kind of like you returning into that frequency of self-love. You know, pouring that love into yourself that you will always, or that you used to, you know, pour into other people, so that you can attract someone that wants to pour into you the way you pour into yourself. This is how attraction works, right? So you're starting to realize that, right? You're starting to realize that it's kind of like the opposite way of what you think it's supposed to be. A lot of times we go and chase love and then it runs away from us, instead of, you know, loving ourselves and then love will chase us. This is what these cards represent right here. And this is the space that you're in the month of June. And I like that, Aquarius. Everything here talks about balance. Everything here talks about attracting through power, you know, attraction through groundedness. You know, when you have what you want already, then what you want kind of comes for you. And this is the realization in the month of June that you're kind of coming into. So you can kind of like rest from going outside of yourself to get so many things that you thought you did not have, right? You can kind of just chill out and realize that you already have it. And then you're going to attract these things, right? So let's keep it moving. We have in your future energy the Hangman, the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and then the Ace of Pentacles. Hangman here, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, could be talking about your position when it comes down to work, or what you want to do for work, or your career path. You're kind of thinking it over, right? You're in a place of pause, a place of looking at things from a different perspective, gathering information, right? And you're not wanting to move forward into, let's say, your next move in career or at a job or financially until you kind of gather your thoughts. You know, you're trying to see exactly what position you want to be in. You're looking at things from different perspectives, different vantage points, and gaining new perspectives on what it is you want to do for work. This is probably what's going on when you're taking this rest, taking this break, right? This hiatus. Some of you guys are taking a hiatus and you're using that time to reevaluate what you do for work, what you want to focus your energy on, what do you want to build, and how do you want to build it, and what's the blueprint, right? Which is pretty good. Then we have the Page of Pentacles clarified by the Page of Cups. So this could definitely represent two offers coming in, right? One could be, let's say if it's romantic, you could have an offer coming in from an earth sign and from a water sign. Two communications could be coming in, one from an earth sign, one from a water sign, right? Or this could be a offer of a job coming in, two different jobs coming in. One may be more financially, stable or have more finances in it. You may receive more pay in one job, and the other job could be something that you just enjoy doing more, but not as much money as the other one. And you're probably going to have to make a decision, which is probably why you're in this hangman position, to see what is it that I want to take on. Like, do I want to do something that increases my bank account, but maybe I'm not that much into it emotionally, or do I want to do something that I kind of like enjoy doing, but I don't get paid as much money to do it? That's that decision. And then we have the Ace of Wands here, clarified by the Four of Wands. Ace of Wands talks about a brand new, passionate beginning, passion coming in, right? The universe kind of like giving you an opportunity to explore your passions, reigniting a new drive of passionate pursuits. And this is coming in the area of the Four of Wands, which talks about stability. It could also talk about a relationship with someone that you kind of want to reignite, somebody that you see as a stable partner, or that could bring you a life of stability. And if this is not talking about somebody else, then this could just be the life of stability that you want to build for yourself, right? And you kind of want to cross over into a new portal of having things stable that you build on your own, and tapping into that energetic frequency where you have the drive to build your future. But you're definitely thinking about stability for you, for your family, for the people that surround you, right? And you're getting passion, you're getting worked up, right? You're kind of feeling the drive to build this for yourself, especially if you've been in a place where you haven't had that, with the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, feeling lack, feeling a level of poverty. You're getting passionate about building stability for yourself. And you're also having the Ace of Pentacles come in, which means you're getting a blessing from the universe that's coming your way. Now, keep in mind, you guys got 3 aces in this reading. You got the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and then you got the Ace of Cups here. So definitely your potential is great in the month of June for everything, for your passion, for your finances, and for your emotional life. Everything is happening at one time, which is bringing you balance, right? So you have the financial stability that's kind of coming in. A new era is kind of being ushered in with your finances, most likely from you changing the way that you're thinking, the way that you're feeling, the frequency that you're operating on from day to day, you coming more conscious and aware of the vibes that you're putting out and what you're attracting into your life. And then you're able to attract what you want, what it is that you actually want and envision for yourself, right? 3 of Swords here, talking about that heartbreak and how you could have been in a place of kind of like heartbreak or embarrassment when it comes down to finances. Maybe you haven't been in a place financially that you usually are in, and you just couldn't understand why you're in this place of just struggling, right? But now there is relief coming in, right? There is this type of offer that's coming in, this new energy that's coming in that's kind of taking you out of this brokenness, this hurt, and mending those wounds, right, that you felt from maybe having a mindset of lack, or being in those older frequencies where you were kind of like attracting lack into your life. You're moving away from these things energetically, very quickly. And the cards show that you have all this new energy coming in because you're balancing yourself out. You're working with the universal energies to bring balance. There you go, Aquarius. So that's going to wrap up your reading. Hopefully that resonated with you guys. Definitely. Aquarius, if this resonated with you, like, share, subscribe, comment. And also follow me on IG. I'm at Chris Anthony 14 pounds. Chris Anthony 14LBS. That'll also be in the description. I'm trying to get my tarot family over to the IG page so you guys could kind of, follow me there too and get a different perspective of things. Until next time, enjoy the month of June, and I'll be back with another reading for July or maybe towards the end of June. We'll see. All right, later.